Legionnaires. Hello? 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 Can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, I know y'all can't see me. But you can hear me. Uh-oh. Y'all can't see me. But I'm here. I should have done things. Wait. Guys. Hold on. I think I can figure it out. Can y'all see me now? Liger Legionnaires, what's up? Hold on a second. We'll turn out the lights. Whew! I love how the camera follows me around. But it's so weird. Just like all of a sudden my video output was not working. So I got a little Dr. Disrespect action going on back there. Dang! Here we are. Wow. Hold on. We'll angle this down just a little bit more. Towards me. Hopefully I'm not getting anybody sick. That's not good. Alright, that's not gonna cut it. I'm gonna get laughed at by a lot of people. It's like, this is what you don't do. Ah! That's what you don't do. This is gonna be the best I'm gonna do for right now. Oh hey, in case y'all don't notice, well, I got a Christmas tree, but y'all can't tell. It looks like a burnt twig. Dang, I feel like the music a lot. Oh wow, eventful day today. Why is it always when I'm at home and something happens, just something absolutely just happens. Let me turn down this just a tidge. Sounds like kind of like Austin Powers music. It's supposed to be holiday music. What is even going on here? guess I could play classic Christmas songs, but problem is copyright. I'm not good with I'm not good with the whole copyright thing because I don't exactly I'm not at the threshold to get monetized yet, but I'm not on the not on, I mean, I will absolutely have my mind blown the day somebody gives me a donation. Not that I'm going to ask for a donation. Don't need one. I have a thing called a JOB. But wow, yeah, what a crazy day. Crazy day. I'm really kind of, yeah, you notice how that kind of follows me a little bit? There we go. Much better. We'll have a little bit of ambiance music. I wonder if I move this way, it follows me? It does. Let's bounce back this way. Oh, yeah, and don't mind these not lining up. So, long story short, we had a line of thunderstorms, almost kind of like a line, just a fairly jagged line, but just kind of like, actually it's the other way around. It's like, no, not concave, other way around. Y'all get it. Go through the state of Iowa, and it came through here about 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, about 5:30 was when it rolled around. So when we, like, boss rings the doorbell, I'm on the phone, doing some work, doing some wheeling and dealing. The boss rings the doorbell, and she says, "Okay, well, it's coming." And if you listen closely, like there's still a lot of wind. You can hear the wind. It's like, wah, wah. But so like, we go through the tornado watch, the severe thunderstorm watch, go through the warning, and go through the the tornado warning was first, and then it was the severe thunderstorm warning, and then the tornado warning was still kind of in effect. And then there's like a little storage room. I think if I remember correctly, where the water softener is at. There's a room in there, and everybody in the apartment building is cramped up in there with like our most important belongings. So like for me, it's my cameras, my laptop. Since I can't lug, my beautiful desktop PC. I can't exactly lug it into this room, so I stash it behind the bed. Just stash it behind there, and I stash it behind there, and I'm just hoping for the best. Like I put clothes on top of it. I put blankets on top of it just to make sure it's not hurt. I tear down the entire setup. The entire setup was all broken down. You'll notice like and a lot of people that know me or have been to the house, it's there is the 2 monitor setup. So I'm looking at the one that's running OBS right now, and then I have another one that I use to play games and play YouTube videos, all that fun jazz. Another one I would probably say is so I had to break that all down and I had to put all the the laptop and the MacBook into a well, basically the work computer and the laptop, which is kind of on its last leg, so I don't use it anymore. That's why I upgraded to this fancy setup, even though it's not fancy right now because you notice and then but along with that, it just it was, I mean, I broke everything down, completely took everything that was that could be like stashed, put it away. Like I could put like all the small stuff was put away. Like I did this all like in a span of a half hour. Broke everything down. It's a lot easier to tear down than it is to set back up. But everything got torn down. Everything got put back up. And then everything comes through. The tornado sirens go off. But we never lost power. Last Friday we lost power for like a few minutes. Not a lot. Not for very long, but we did lose power here in town, and but it didn't last very long. Here we never lost power. But to anybody affected by these storms and these tornadoes, I know a lot of tornadoes have been touching down all over the place. Oh my goodness. Wow, it is crazy. I can only wish for, see, there's the camera kind of moving around. It's kind of funny. But I wish for everybody's safety. I really do. It's, tornadoes are very stressful. They're very stressful. Even, I mean, and what's, say what you will, but this is climate change. Like climate change isn't like, longer winters or hotter summers or colder winters. It's more extreme weather events, like stuff that doesn't happen, that used to happen, well, crud, once every maybe 50 to 100 years, occurring, regularly. I would say August 10th last year, the derecho came through here, and that was not fun. That was not fun. I feel really bad for those affected by the derecho. Another one is, we had awesome weather today. We got up to 72, but or actually hovered around 70, and then, but it was windy all day. It was like a wind machine, and and then we had that round of thunderstorms. Schools shut down early, businesses closed because of this kind of this wacky weather event. It doesn't happen very often. It was probably the warmest. It was the warmest day in December on record. I think it beat out like 2017. So this stuff is recent. It's happening. It's crazy to think that in December we're talking about tornadoes and really bad thunderstorms and straight line winds. That's more of like a summertime thing, not so much a December thing. But we got unseasonably warm, and then those round of thunderstorms came right through. So my thoughts and wishes to everybody. Make sure everybody's safe. All those Liger Legionnaires out there, I hope you're safe. I hope you're safe. Hope you're safe. Hope you're sound. Hope you have power. I knew some nearby communities had lost power. Hopefully that got recovered quickly. My thoughts with the linemen that are working on bringing electricity back, or at least keeping it up or beefing it up. I knew that some substations were down. Some stations were down, probably out eastern side of the county. But I'm hoping that the fine folks working for the local REC and Mid-American have that handled. So, and that's not an easy job. That's not an easy job whatsoever. That's not an easy job. But they they get paid the big bucks, but thoughts are with them as well. I know a lot of cool people a lot of really cool people who are linemen. Very cool people. Like they're like electricians on steroids. But yeah, my thoughts and good vibes are out to y'all. I mean, I'm just fortunate that I have power tonight. It's because of because of the guys who work on the power lines and people that keep the internet service going. Even when the wind's howling and on Friday, like we dealt with an ice storm. Crazy stuff. I never would have thought. I mean, if you hear it, I can hear it through these. These are supposed to be like noise canceling, but I can hear it. Like if I could be like really quiet for a second and shut my mouth, just shut my mouth, I could still hear it. But yeah, crazy, man. There it is. Hang on a second. This might follow me. Let's check it out. Hold on. Oh yeah, wind's howling pretty good. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but it's howling pretty good. Feels like I'm in a wind tunnel. But I'm used to it in the Texas Panhandle. Lived in the Texas Panhandle for 11 years, so I'm used to a lot of wind. Hopefully people kept stuff buckled down. That's all I can wish for. Keep your stuff buckled down. I mean, there was even some people that said, hey, you might need to take down your Christmas decorations if you cannot secure them to the ground. That's something that this type of stuff usually happens like spring, summer. In the thing, I feel like a little more certain. Like I don't know how tough like a meteorologist's job is. I do know it's tough. If the weather's wrong, blame the weatherman. Oh man, okay. Somebody wants me to play Fortnite. I'm not playing Fortnite tonight. I'm sorry, man. I'm just chatting. Play Fortnite. I already started playing, speaking of Fortnite, I already started playing Season 3. I already started playing Season 3. And, they dropped the Spider-Man web shooters. That was great. That was great. I love it. That was great. Next stream, promise. I gotta play some solos, and I think I want to do yep, you can boo me all you like. Next time, promise. Anywho, I've played the Season 3 and pretty enjoyable. I actually enjoyed the end. It was not too bad. Oh man, Adam Carter's in the chat. Adam Carter has just entered the chat. Oh man. But yeah, I haven't played Fortnite. Like I haven't played Fortnite in a while. I picked it back up probably towards about the end of Chapter 2, and enjoyed the end. Like you'll if you look back on like the video log of all the streams, I did like I was able to squeeze in like a 90-minute stream of the end. We were able to catch the event, And I mean, maybe my reactions aren't good or funny or anything like that, but I popped for The Rock. I popped for him. So I'm hoping to get, you know, I'll be there for when the foundation drops. My favorite game to play. Whew. I got a lot of favorite games to play. Does retro games count? I love playing retro games. Problem is I got them all on emulators. You know, Twitch nor YouTube exactly like it when they don't exactly like it when I play on the emulators. They're like, nope, you're not playing them. But I will tell you my all-time favorite video game. All-time favorite. All-time favorite video game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Turtles in Time. Why you coach him but not me? Why you coach him but not me? We got a very familiar face in the chat. His name is Craig. Yeah, retro games are awesome. I agree, Adam. I agree. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time. I love the original Metal Gear Solid. SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Whew. All the times where I go over to Adam's house, go hang out in his basement and go grind on SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. And I turned out to be a better player than Ray. That don't take much. Don't take much these days, but nah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. What else is another fun and favorite game? What's another favorite game that I like? Maybe, I mean, I really enjoyed Street Fighter 4. You know, I mean, that's not talking recent, but I liked it. With my mad button mashing. I don't know who is the more crazy button masher, me or Ray, on SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. Animosity asks, what is my favorite holiday? Probably Halloween. I mean, yeah, you see the burning twig in the background. Hold on. Let me. Like, the camera's kind of like wonky. It plays games, but. I'm really confused by that. But hold on. I'm frustrated. Let me get this chair out of the way real quick. Let's go. All right, this tree looks like a burning twig, but I tell you what, it is the best $10 Christmas tree I've ever bought. There we go. Woo! All right. Okay, you guys seen the Christmas tree. All right. I mean, when I was a kid, it used to be Christmas, but as I grown older, I've become more of a Halloween person. I think it's because I think it's because I really enjoy scary movies. I like horror movies. Like, I will on Halloween, I will sit there and I'll watch Halloween. I think this time I watched. I did the Halloween stream. So we did the public domain stuff. We had to split it up in two because, well, you know, apparently YouTube didn't like some of the music that was played in Invasion of the Bee Girls, Craig, or was it Invasion of the Bee Women? Anywho, we did Night of the Living Dead, and then the other stream we did House on Haunted Hill. There we go. So yeah, Craig, when am I gonna? I don't know if I can rival the two-time back to back. Blockbuster World Video Game Champion. I can't even grow a beard. I can't even grow a beard. Like, I let the facial grow for like 2 weeks. I look like a bum. I just look like I rolled out of a gutter. But dang, tell you what. Anywho, should I circle back to Fortnite? Or, anywho, I mean, I got started on playing Season 3. That was pretty fun. I have yet to try Caldera with Warzone, but please don't ask me to play Warzone. That is like torture to me. I'll play Valheim. I'll play like I think the Ubisoft store actually did like they have like a free download for like Rayman Origins. I don't know how old Rayman Origins is, but I think it's been around for a while. And man, I used to remember Rayman when I was a kid. Yeah, I used to play Rayman. That was one of the first games I played on PlayStation. And then it was Crash Bandicoot. I know. It's a new map on Fortnite. I know. I played it. I started playing Chapter 3. But not tonight. It's gonna be next time. By the way, I love this cup. It's such a great cup. It's got raspberry tea in it. But speaking of the new map, I already had a victory royale already. I think I already had like say quite a few. I have noticed that compared to, that's the wind out there. Wind's doing some funky stuff right now. I mean, it's a wind tunnel out there. Anywho, I've got a ton of like top 10 finishes. Did get a victory royale. Came close a few other times. But I've noticed a lot of people have really picked it up, really started playing it a lot. I mean, even Dr. Disrespect, you know, the 2-time back-to-back, he has even went back to it with Courage JD, which, you know, and some of the lobbies, man, you can get in there, they can get sweaty. SCC Star, are you a sweaty kid? Are you sweaty? You build up buildings like pro gamers. You can hear it. I can hear it through these. And these are supposed to like almost noise canceling. Dadgum. I have played it. I enjoy it. We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it next time. We'll just probably play it. Do I got something? I'd have to look in the schedule. See what I got going on for Saturday. Okay, I think the only thing I got going on Saturday is a wrestling meet, and that's on Saturday morning. How about I do the what? Nancy Reagan? Is that the new meme? Is that the new meme machine? The meme machine? Meme machine. Who? Why hasn't anybody come up with that yet? The meme machine. You know, it's a good play on the mean machine. You know, you could do the meme machine. Nancy meme. Nancy Reagan memes. Is it because she like hated drugs back in the 80s? I think she hated drugs back in the 80s. I think that's why. Hated it. Hated it. You know, I'm kind of thankful that I go on YouTube because I don't think I get half the audience on Twitch. Nothing on Twitch. It's just I think YouTube reaches more people. YouTube reaches more people. You know, I mean, I could sit here and I could shoot the breeze a bit, you know. Okay, all right. Got a message. I guess it's a little not safe for work. It's not safe. But I tell you what, I guess it's Nancy Reagan. Like Nancy Reagan, it doesn't have to do with her like her, you know, deal like her say no to drugs. And I think here's the problem with uh, you know, the American mindset on drugs is it shouldn't be looked at as a crime where you need to be thrown in prison or anything like that. It needs to be treated like a sickness where you go to rehab instead of being treated like a criminal and, you know, getting the book thrown at you. I had a crazy crazy guy I used to work with one time. His name was Greg, and he worked in the Roses. Worked in the Roses back in the old days at Coulter Gardens, and he would talk about, let's legalize all the drugs and just treat it like a sickness. You know, all these people. You know, they talk about like, oh, we got to do something about the opioids. We have an opioid crisis. Treat it like a sickness. Don't throw these people in jail. Take them to rehab. There's something. I mean, yes, there's one thing about addiction that's it's detrimental. But you know, but if you want, you know, I don't want to promote it or anything. But if you want to smoke weed, smoking weed. You're gonna be better off smoking weed than doing meth. And meth's gross. You gotta see the stuff they put in it. It's bad. But let's get this wind out of here! Let's get this wind out! This wind needs a... Get this wind the hell out of here. This damn wind. Get it out. I'm almost out of tea. I got tea in the fridge though. I got more tea in the fridge. Is this part of the holiday mix? Oh, it switched over. Yeah, we need to go back. Hold on a second. We'll go back to we'll do Novi. Where's Novi? Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yep. I jiggled around so much. Y'all don't want to see me jiggle around. Where do I go? So I want that. Here we go. We can just do this. Change the music. You know, did I bring this up before? Like, I always really enjoyed it when, like, you know, like guys like Edge or like even Road Dogg back in the old like WWE Attitude Era. Cut the music. Cut the music. Telling Jim Johnson to shut the hell up back there. I tell you what, one guy that is criminally underrated in the music world, Jim Johnson. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a response. Jim Johnson. And all the collabs they used to do, like the WWE used to do all these all these collabs that the WWE used to do back in the Attitude Era. Like they had Method Man, and like I remember one time, like in 2000, like The Rock actually came out to Method Man. Like it was like a remix of. I mean, everybody remembers the Disturbed remix of Stone Cold's theme. Everybody remembers that. I think a lot of people still remember like Finger Elevens, like Slow Chemical for Kane. Um, but I remember one time, The Rock came out to Method Man. I guess that's just kind of how old school. I mean, I don't consider that old school. I consider like the rock and wrestling era old school. Even beyond that, like you do territories. But I don't know. I shouldn't dive down the wrestling. That is true. That is true. Hey, yeah, the Oddities did have the ICP theme. That was when everybody and their brother was in the Insane Clown Posse. And here's an interesting thing. Let me tell you about how much influence ICP has on professional wrestling. They have a deeper impact on pro wrestling than you know. You know, you think like, oh man, they showed up and they did the Oddities theme song. They showed up in WCW, with was it Vampiro? I think it may have been with Vampiro, but they were big back in the late 90s, early 2000s. ICP was. I mean, like the Great Malenko. Still a lot of dudes' favorite album. Not mine, but still. But the Amarillo independent wrestling scene, and it was great. I mean, fantastic scene. I really enjoyed all the times where I spent, on the fan side of the barriers at the warehouse. I love the warehouse. But once you get in, you notice there's so many people that have Hatchet Man or Hatchet Girl tattoos. Yes, thank you, Adam. Thank you for confirming that. But you notice a lot of Hatchet Man and a lot of Hatchet Girl tattoos. Like they might not be as prominent. Okay. I do remember the Dark. I don't remember the Dark Carnival very much, but I thought ICP was with Vampiro. My memory might be really bad, but Craig, you may have to follow up with me on that, because maybe ICP. Because I do remember, they didn't one of the guy like. I remember the Mike Awesome incident where, like, was it Shaggy 2 Dope that got like the skinny one that got like power bombed on the top of the ambulance and he slid off. I remember that. Didn't see that on pay-per-view, but it's bad. But you notice that there's a lot of ICP fans that are still out there today. Especially if you go to the Gathering of the Juggalos. Huge. Like they have, they have, Juggalo Championship Wrestling. It's not the one that ends. I think they cleaned it up a little bit. But JCW still around, I think. The Gathering was as big and bad as it could ever be. I remember it was in the news a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, it was huge. I remember like being in the pro wrestling scene when like Tila Tequila got on stage and started talking shit with the juggalos. And they were so pissed off that she tried to pacify them by flashing them, and she ended up getting like bottles like thrown at her, and I think she got hit in the head. And I remember, I think Duke Cornell was there, and he was camping, and Chris Hero was over at that concert. He beelines it right back to the camp. It's like, oh man, Tila Tequila got a bottle hit in the head. She's bleeding. But what is my go-to drink? Go-to drink, man. Game Fuel. I'm trying to like not. I'm really trying my best to not like. Like every now and then, like if I'm like really if I'm really like thinking about like well, okay, that wasn't even a bad question to ask. But like, okay, so let me answer that question real quick. The go-to drink, Game Fuel. I am trying to go a little more, a bit of a better route and do like raspberry tea. I try to drink a lot more water. I try to drink, and then if like, let's say I'm grinding, I'm working on either pictures late into the night or working on stories, I sip on a NOS. Maybe that's why I got the old Pelican chin underneath here, but as far as like an alcoholic drink, oh man, been so long. I used to be a Jägermeister guy. I remember bringing the ingredients for a Jaeger bomb, which is pretty simple. It's you bring Jägermeister and you bring Red Bull, and excuse me. It was so funny because I would not baby it. I mean, people used to, like, when I would take Jaeger bombs to the party, like people would baby up the Jaeger bomb so much. They would do like 7, 8, like they would do most of the shot with like Red Bull, and then just maybe like a little pinch of Jägermeister. I had heavy pours. So like I would truly do like half and half, or if I really didn't like you or I wanted to just see you throw up, I would do like 3/4, and then maybe do most of it be Jägermeister, and then tossed in a little bit of Red Bull. I did that at a party, and one guy came up to me and he pointed right at me. Pointed. And he said, "This man is evil. He pours too heavy on his Jaeger bombs." Well, no shit. You're supposed to do that. Jaeger bombs. But no, you know what? That's not a bad question to ask. I don't know why that message got deleted, but I answered your question. Wow, look at this cool guy and his Jaeger bombs. But no, I will tell you what I did like for a while. Half and half. Are you talking about Arnold Palmer's, or are you talking? Okay, big time stud. But I will say that if I had to go to, I really do like a good Rolling Rock every now and then. Good. I like if I gotta chill, it's just kind of beer only. Good. And the nice thing with like Rolling Rock is it's cheap, but it's not considered trashy. And but you don't look like some sort of PBR snob by drinking Rolling Rock. Rolling Rock. Another one I used to really like, and they don't have it around here. Smith & Forge. Really love Smith & Forge. And that's like a hard cider. What are my thoughts on Twisted Teas? No. I mean, like, as far as like tea, either raspberry tea, just no alcohol, or I gotta go like Arnold Palmer. You know, like lemonade and tea. I'm not a twisted tea guy. I'm not a hard seltzer guy. I've tried hard root beer, not a big fan. I feel like the hard seltzers these days are. Here I am talking about alcohol, but I feel like the hard seltzers were like how Zima and Red Dog were popular back in the 90s. Freaking Zima. And then, like, you know, Craig can attest to this, like how the Smirnoffs were popular, you know, when we were in our 20s. Yeah. Yeah. Woodchuck. I'll tell you this, Craig. I love Woodchuck, and I would put Smith and Forge like right next to it. Like it's intertwined, but with with one A and one B. Woodchuck and Smith and Forge. I love Smith and Forge. I love Woodchuck too. Woodchuck, you know, if you just want something to just chill with, you know, and not be ridiculed at parties, like you could drink a Woodchuck. And I think Craig would like this is when I don't know if B Dubs still has it on tap or not, but it used to be on tap at B Dubs, at least for the ones down in Amarillo. So I just order it from the tap. It was fantastic. Short glasses were like $4, and the tall glasses I think were $6, but it was worth it. It makes me kind of sad though, because the country club, it only has Angry Orchard, so I have to settle with Angry Orchard a lot. Like nobody carries Woodchuck around here, or Smith and Forge, and I love Woodchuck and Smith and Forge. If I could be sponsored by like either Woodchuck or Smith and Forge tomorrow, sign me up. I will put it. I will put it. I will put it right in this corner. I'll put it right in the corner, or I'll have it right below me. You know, this stream is brought to you by Woodchuck, Smith and Forge, Rolling Rock, give me a call. Am I shilling? Maybe. Hold on, I'm gonna do something real quick.
Down by 7.
Dr. Disrespect is still streaming. It's 9:30 at night. How long have you been streaming? Okay, over 10 hours. This is probably the longest Dr. Disrespect stream since, and sorry for the jiggle physics here. I mean, you're never going to see me with jiggle physics, but this is the longest I've seen Dr. Disrespect stream since his Hitman 3. Blake's Hard Cider makes for some good funky stuff. I haven't tried it yet. Tried it. I'd be open to it. Okay. Doc's still going. Probably the longest stream I've seen out of Doc in a while, but I think he's not streaming on Friday, and he's not streaming next Monday. So I think he's making up for it for a long stream. Well, and he's in a tournament. But I think you know who I've been kind of following as of late. You know, has been Mizkif. Does that make me a Mizkid? Triple D. Okay. That's a bummer. I mean, you know, you don't want drinks that are disappointing. I mean, I find myself disappointed with hard ciders. Like, yeah, exactly. Yep, he's in a tournament, so you know, I think he made it all the way to the grand finals. Harry Johnson, what is the best part about your job? I don't know. You might have to donate to me first. The best part about my job is going to sporting events and taking photos. Or even just events. I like going out to things. I like going out to things, capturing moments, you know, making people happy. You know, that's probably the best part of about my job. That's the most fun part. If you notice, like I'll do like a Friday Night Madness every now and then. I know Craig has asked for a Friday Night Madness. Craig, it'll come. It'll be on the pipeline. But usually, yeah. And I agree with that too. Best part of the job, yes, is seeing free sports. I mean, you know, and Craig, let me bounce that off you real quick. The best part about seeing free sports is like you could either see great games or you could see really bad games. So, the best sport to cover. Oh man, that one's a little tough. I would say football. Football by a country mile. I mean, no offense to other sports, and they shouldn't, anybody who really loves basketball or hockey or wrestling, baseball, like I mean, I think I would rank it, as football, and then I would say like basketball can be a challenge, but basketball can be very rewarding. Um, but I would say like it takes good basketball, and I've seen really good basketball, and I've seen absolutely god awful basketball. But I'd say football, long shot. I've never covered professional football unless you're counting indoor football. So I can't tell you the experience of like taking pictures at, say, an NFL game. But I absolutely enjoy covering college football. Yeah. And exactly what Craig said in the chat. Just football is always fun. Um, and basketball depends on the talent as well as wrestling. I think out of everything, wrestling is very underrated as far as a sport to cover. Very underrated. And sometimes you're given time to breathe at, say, a wrestling meet. Maybe not so much like state wrestling, where you got oodles upon oodles of competitors to cover, possibly. But it's nice because you can actually go in for, like, say, a session of state and sit and chill and get your work done. If you want to go out there and you just want to sit out there and you want to watch for like a few minutes or wait for your cue, like to go out to a specific mat and take pictures of an athlete in action. Yeah. I mean, I think wrestling is criminally underrated, especially getting emotions. I love emotions. Zay Newbaum equals the GOAT. You know what? I agree with that. I agree. Maybe we need to bring Z Money in here, and we need to play like some NBA 2K or something. He probably beat me like easy, like probably like that. He probably beat me by 60. Craig could beat me by 60 in NBA 2K. But speaking of Mr. Newbaum himself, congratulations. He was named the American Rivers Conference Men's Basketball Player of the Week, which is awesome. I mean, he averaged like 24 points last week and 2 wins. And yeah, he's doing such great things at Buena Vista. Such great things. It's awesome. He's doing really well. I can't wait for Josh Dietrich to join him over there. I think Josh is going to do great at BVU. And here's, Zane could have been somewhere else. Could easily been somewhere else, or not even recruited at all, if it wasn't for Ben Clark. I would give all the credit to Ben Clark on that one. Like, that dude, he can recruit, and he's awesome. Awesome guy. Great guy. I'm a big Ben Clark fan. Ben Clark, mark my words, he will be a head coach somewhere. He will be a head coach somewhere. It could be at a high school. It could be, and he's going to be very successful. Very successful. But right now, he's a great assistant. And Zane's going to, by the time he leaves Buena Vista, I honestly believe he's going to be probably one of the best players to come out of BVU in recent memory. You know who else is kind of interesting at Buena Vista? Is Axel Hernandez in the wrestling program. Axel, I covered him when he was in Dumas. This is kind of just such a weird, small world moment for me, especially last year. And there's a story to go with that too. I remember going, and it was on a Saturday, and I think there was a game between South Central Calhoun and West Bend Mallard that was postponed to that day. So the girls had like an afternoon game, and then the boys had after the girls, there was the boys. And I think I was there for the first half of the boys. The boys were running away from West Bend Mallard. And I went up, and I was able to catch 2 Dumas wrestlers go at it on the mat collegiately. One was Jesse Hernandez. Not Jesse Hernandez, I'm sorry. Jesse Martinez. Jesse would give me an earful. Or he would actually look at me and probably like shake his head. His dad would probably say something. And his dad's awesome. I got to know the Martinez family really well once I got to Dumas, because they helped organize wrestling under the lights, and it was a summer wrestling tournament at the football stadium, which could seat 7,500 people, and I would say a good 4,000 people showed up to go watch wrestling, and there'd be people that would come from all over to come to Dumas and come wrestle under the lights. One of my favorite places to cover a wrestling event was outdoors at a football stadium, and it was from like the little kids all the way to these old guys, which was fantastic. But circling back, so Jesse Martinez, he's at Luther. He wrestled Axel Hernandez, who was, 1, his best friend, 2, he won a state championship while Jesse never did. Jesse was a 2-time state runner-up. Axel won a state championship when he was a senior, and that was like during a down year for Dumas. I was there when they won 2 back-to-back state team titles in wrestling, and then I was able to catch Axel. He finished 3rd my last year I was in my last season I was in Dumas, but he and Jesse were like best friends. They would just toss each other around on a wrestling mat, wrestling partners, and then they went at it Axel for Buena Vista, and Jesse for Luther. And Axel beat Jesse, but it was just a great movement. It was just a great moment. Just a fantastic. I mean, the big winner. I mean, yeah, Jesse lost on his birthday, but and it sucked getting back from to back to the house from Storm Lake. I remember the ice on the road was bad, and I think by the time I was about 8 miles out. I was I felt like I was on a slip and slide, but that was a great moment, especially for Dumas Wrestling. That was awesome. Debo Exotic is GOAT at BVU. Isn't he like a is he a junior? I know Keith Murphy really absolutely fell in love with Debo this year. Absolutely love Debo. Love Debo. But Debo Exotic, the Beaver King himself. Should we just start calling him as Beaver King? Debo the Beaver King? Should we start doing that? I mean, I'm just saying. But I agree with Craig also that after DeMars, Michael DeMars graduates, Zane's going to be the guy. I agree with that. It sounds like the wind's dying down a little bit. That's not bad. That's not bad. See if Dr. Disrespect's still going. Oh, he's in the Game Fuel Performance Center. I'm surprised his voice isn't gone yet. For all the, donations that like say, "Hey Doc, wish my girlfriend a Feliz Navidad." Feliz Navidad. That kind of, I was like, that's why like a lot of musicians, they do maybe like 90-minute sets, or they do 2 hours or whatever. Feels like you watched DeMars for 4,000 years. That's right. Didn't you see him play at Storm Lake St. Mary's? That's what I'm thinking. He was a hometown guy, played at Storm Lake St. Mary's, and then he ended up getting picked up by Buena Vista. Who I feel like has been there forever? Cody Case at USD. But I love it. I love it. I eat it up. Big fan of Cody Case. Go Yotes. I mean, that Hail Mary pass to beat South Dakota State. The last few years, USD has had South Dakota State's number. Yeah, covered a lot of DeMars. Yep. Yeah. I think the daughter is a senior this year. DeMars, Larsons, Walkers, Severs, and Hargens. I know there's a lot of Severs out there. There's actually there's a Severs that's a civil engineer that comes around a lot. I always have to bring up Newell Fonda with them because they're all related. So that's always a fun it's a fun conversation to have. They're like, "Oh yeah, how's they would ask me, "Oh yeah, how does Newell Fonda look this year?" But yeah, there's a lot of Larsons out there too, over in that area. But a lot of Severs, ton of Severs. All nice people too. Okay, so get this. Dr. Disrespect streamed for like 10 hours, 16 minutes. Wow. Wow. That's a marathon. Love that guy. Hey, speaking of Dr. Disrespect, he did launch a new AAA game studio called Midnight Society. Very cool. I can't wait to see what happens with Midnight Society. It sounds like something like, wasn't there like, okay, what, like the group out of the old uh Are You Afraid of the Dark? Like the old Snick show. Weren't they called the Midnight Society? Weren't they called the Midnight Society at one time? So I don't know. I mean, I'm surprised like nobody has said anything about that, but um, that's what struck up to my mind. I wish Midnight Society very well. I can't wait to see what they kick out for a battle royale or an arena shooter. Um, Anything that involves Doctor Disrespect and former developers for Call of Duty and Halo, I I'm I'm on board. I want to see what it does. And understandably so with Newell Fonda. Um, a lot of people don't like Newell Fonda just because of how they play ball. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Until they ban, like, but at least Newell Fonda, they'll call off the dogs. I mean, I could probably get Craig started all day on this, but um, at least, at least Newell Fonda doesn't play like Cherokee. Doesn't play like Cherokee Washington. And I mean, I don't know Cherokee Washington well enough, but I mean, at least Newell Fonda, if they're leading by what, 25, 30 points, they'll call off the dogs. But anywho, I will be right back. I gotta visit the facilities real quick. Ah! Ah! Don't get me going on Cherokee! Just all that tea I drank. I had to go use the little boy's room. Probably a lot of water I drink too. Don't get me going on Cherokee! You know, when I was like in high school, I remember Cherokee being in a bigger town. Like they were... Yeah, I felt like Cherokee... That is a town that has kind of hit some hard times. And I feel like Cherokee like is going to continue getting smaller and smaller. Dang, I can hear that wind outside. It is like a wind machine out there. I used to sleep in like when I go to sleep in Amarillo, I like the wind. The wind would be like. That was my white noise. It helped me sleep. I remember in Amarillo of all places, there was an earthquake. And I slept through. Yeah, Cherokee does have a good Godfather's pizza. I remember when I was younger, a really criminally underrated Godfather's was Algona. Algona had a good Godfather's. And before they closed, like, I would say about 10, 15 years ago, I would say, like, the Godfather's in Fort Dodge was really good. But, yeah, man. But, yeah, yeah, the wind was like my white noise machine. So about the earthquake. So like it happened like 7 o'clock in the morning. Like I just you know I like hear it and then it's like you know it's you know kind of had a little bit of a rumble to it. A little bit of a rumble, a little bit of a shaking, and then like but I slept through it. I was half awake when it happened, and you know, what's so funny is this is at the old Liger's den down in Amarillo, and Mom runs across the house, runs over to my room, and says, "Tyler, we just had an earthquake." That's great. I'm going back to sleep. So I technically slept through an earthquake. I think it was registered at a 4.0. But they now what's crazy is they get earthquakes all the time in Oklahoma. They get earthquakes in Oklahoma. There's always like bad weather, always bad juju in Oklahoma. And I have a friend that lives over in Oklahoma City. He was over in Borger, Texas for a little bit. Big shout out to Tanner Sims. He would be like, "Oh man, like tornadoes happen all the time. And like these news stations, man, they cover it like, you know, like white on rice, man. They treat it like it's a big deal." Ooh, John West posted a new Maverick meme. Hey, speaking of Maverick, I have the shirt. I have Here Comes Maverick. By the way, it's a great shirt. I feel it's gonna like kind of like get short on me really small on me really quick though. It's a great shirt though. I like it. Oh. Let me look. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look for the new Maverick theme. The new Maverick meme. I like that. Let's see. Ah, yeah, that's good shit. during the storm. Hey, buddy, do you want to go outside? Maverick? No. I don't think I will. Hold on. Let me see if we can do a watch with Tyler Liger real quick. Okay, yeah, see, like, it's being really stupid. But yeah, look at this. Maverick. I'm gonna laugh at this. This is great. I don't know what the crap is going on here, but... Ah, what is going on with my life? Yeah, I don't know. I'm just messing with this. Hold on, we'll get rid of it for right now. I'll have to redo that in due time, but... Maverick! Hey, buddy. Do you want to go outside? One of my other favorite ones with Maverick. One of my other favorite Maverick memes is, and I took it personally, off at The Last Dance. Like, good stuff. Speaking of, I talked about Jesse Martinez's dad earlier in this stream. He liked me sharing the video for the stream. Appreciate it, Oscar. You're the man. You're the man. Dang. I got popular. Oh, man. Holy crap. There's somebody I know that's already turned 35. I didn't think they were that old. Damn. Damn, son. I feel it's really like kind of quieted down. Quieted down. But yeah, it's been a good stream. Been a fantastic stream, actually. I lower the music just a little bit. Mars Attacks is a great film. Yeah, and what's crazy about Mars Attacks is it turned 25 this year. Came out in 96, didn't it? 96? Yeah, 96 is when Mars Attacks came out. Yeah, 25th. 25th year. Good old Mars Attacks, man. Those, I'll tell you what, the Martians still hold up well today. Even though they're like CGI, like they hold up fairly nicely. I wonder who did the design on the Martians. Was it Industrial Light and Magic? But all I know is, like, they had practical effects, I mean, it wasn't all CGI bullshit. And then, yeah, like, who knew that Jack Black, who was in Mars Attacks, here's the one actor who never had their career panned out. Like, whose career did not pan out. and that was the protagonist of the film. The kind of the outcast guy. Like, the supporting cast was fantastic. Like, you know, you had Jack Nicholson, Glenn Close, you know, an early Jack Black. You had Jack Nicholson in multiple roles. You had Pierce Brosnan, Michael J. Fox, Sarah Michelle Gellar, Natalie Portman, a young Natalie Portman. Like, Tom Jones. Like, that cast was stacked. But the career, like, the one actor that I haven't seen anywhere else was the protagonist, Adam Mars Attacks. Like, he was the one guy whose career really didn't pan out. I think he's like stigmatized. Like, it's like, oh, you're from Mars Attacks. But yeah, very underrated classic by Tim Burton. Very underrated. Very underrated. He never panned out. He never panned out. He did great in the role. I'm not gonna take that away. But did we see him in any other like big movies? Maybe some independent films, but I don't know. But I do feel like out of everybody, like, the Martians stole the show. The Martians were there just to, you know, look goofy and blow shit up. You know, at one time they did like a teaser. It was before they settled on the ack. It was beep beep beep. It was beep beep beep. Beep beep beep. Beep 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 beep. Now it's all ack. I think it's like kind of like, you know, why, you know, people think like German is such a harsh language. You know, I think the really hard K like makes maybe, you know, really gives the Martians kind of a little bit of a threatening presence. As he got older, the kid who played Gage in the original Pet Sematary. You know what's really good about Pet Sematary? Tasha Yar. She ended up, like, wasn't she like the mom in Pet Sematary? The actress that played Tasha Yar in Star Trek Next Generation. I'm curious. But I tell you what, the new USFL is sure picking up some steam. Sometimes dead is better. But let me talk about the USFL real quick. So, like, they actually announced, like, not only like is Fox Sports like involved with the USFL, but like it was, I think it was announced, and I'm gonna dig it up real quick. So NBC would broadcast USFL, and I think it would be on NBC, USA, and Peacock. And it was from NBC Sports. So, like, the USFL is getting some traction. But, I mean, here's the thing. Is it going to be kind of like how the Spring League went? You know, where those guys ended up not, like, owing, like, Lucas Oil Stadium, like, a ton of money? Or, like, the XFL before the pandemic hit. I thought the XFL was going to go places until the, before the pandemic hit. Like, there was so many good things going on with the XFL. I think the XFL had some good momentum going in 2020. Like, had some really good momentum. A lot of talent. I mean, too bad PJ Walker didn't pan out very well in the NFL as he did in the XFL. But yeah, I really thought the XFL was going to go places. Yeah, keep a certain someone away from the USFL. I totally agree. But yeah, I think the USFL will be fine. Okay, so apparently, I don't know if it's like a chat bot or something, but I guess saying Orange Man is not good. That's not my doing. I have absolutely no idea. I mean, here's the deal: is I think the USFL will do better this time around. If the XFL was something to go off of, I know the XFL tried swinging for the fences with when Dwayne Johnson kind of picked up the ownership on it and wanted to collaborate with the CFL. But speaking of the CFL, Toronto was really having trouble, and it's sad to say because I'm a big fan of the Toronto Argonauts. Okay, you deleted it yourself. Okay, I gotcha. The Toronto Argonauts are one of my favorite. I mean, my favorite team in the CFL. Just something about that double blue and the boat, just so cool, and such a unique nickname off of a rowing club of all places. However, they were having some attendance problems since the CFL has really returned. Like, before the pandemic, the CFL was really doing fairly well. There were talks of putting a team over in Halifax, which is pretty neat. And it would bring the CFL back. It'd bring the CFL to 10 teams, but the pandemic hit. Things kind of slowed to a crawl around the world, and it seemed like of all the teams that have not really exactly bounced back, it's been Toronto. Now, does it make the Toronto Argonauts ownership, which I think is Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment, would that make them kind of get wet feet? Who knows? I just know that the Argos will probably not leave the CFL anytime soon, and if they were to leave, you'd have to go to the NFL. but I don't think the NFL is going to expand anytime soon, unless it decides to go international, which Toronto doesn't really offer much as far as like expansion opportunities. I mean, they're looking at they're looking at Europe right now, looking at the UK. Okay, we got ourselves a Premier League team, a Prem fan here. Here's something about Craig, since he's a big Prem fan. He's a Man City fan, so you need to get out. Get out. I like the CFL. There's a lot of cool people that love the CFL. I do too. Except the guy that I know. He's kind of like a big shot engineer over at Utah. He's a Calgary fan. So we like to get together and we like to be like, hey, how's Calgary doing? Oh, hey, how's Toronto doing? And by the way, here, just something to prove a point here. I'm going to prove a point here. Okay, you shut your mouth. Yep, you guys will blow in the Champions League, will you? Oh, shit. Instant karma. Instant karma. I started laughing, and then like the camera's like, nope, not today. Let me do something real quick. Let me do something. Hold on. You see this right here? Follows you. That's why I can't say shit. I can't talk shit on the CFL. Because when one of your favorite teams follows you back on Twitter, that's saying something. How long have they followed me? That's been a while. I would say it's been, what, 5-6 years? I will admit, the Tie Cats have a cool logo, but seriously, who doesn't love the boat? I love the boat. I love the boat. I love the boat. Hey. I'd love to go check out a Toronto Argonauts game. I think that's on my bucket list. I want to go see them play the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. I like to see them go play the Blue Bombers. So, you'll get this. This is really crazy. So, when I was working in Dumas, I covered the Amarillo Venom. Well, this was before I covered the Venom. I still like this. Let's jump back real quick. What's going on with my music? So before it was when I was covering the Amarillo Venom. I actually had a scout from the Montreal Alouettes about Nate Davis, who at the time, I mean, he I think he plays for Duke City now in the Indoor Football League, but at one time Montreal was looking at it. It was like a scout. They were like, "Well, can you kind of send us his contact info?" And I was like, "I don't know him personally, but let me see what I can do." And I don't think I ever got back to him, but that was crazy. Just this random guy just popped up, and he had the credentials too. That was crazy. So I don't know. I mean, you know, this guy in Iowa has CFL ties. I never would have thought, you know. And at the time I was living in Texas, so I was like, how on earth do I have CFL ties? Yes, I do. I mean, like, I was like, wow, you know, like when like the Argos first followed me, I was like, wow, pretty sweet when like your favorite CFL team follows you, and they're just like, yeah, we know, we're psychic like that. Love the Argos. Too bad they didn't make it to the Grey Cup, but the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, they were the team to beat. They were good. Yes, but have you ever interviewed a Harlem Globetrotter? I've seen them. I've taken pictures of them. I will admit though, Harlem Globetrotters, that's a great that's a fantastic show. Well worth the money. Well worth the money. Saw them at the Amarillo Civic Center, and like they actually had a basketball court on the Civic Center, and we were like, why is the Amarillo Civic Center not used for basketball? It used to. It was like the former home of West Texas A&M. They used to bring in like you know, Indiana State, like Larry Bird played in like the Civic Center, along with Louisville and Memphis would play in there all the time against WT. Like, I think they had Louisville in there in one time. Memphis would come in, and that was back like when they used to have a lot more independence compared to what they used to. But yeah, that's what it made me think of when the Harlem Globetrotters played in the Amarillo Civic Center. Like, that was sweet. And then the one guy after not playing enough basketball, but they were there for a show. Do you guys not get? It's like, do some of these people not get the concept of the Harlem Globetrotters? They're there to entertain. I guess that guy was not entertained. He just wanted to see some more basketball. So, like, I remember, this is way back in the day. This was when the Iowa State Cyclones, you know, like back, like the 90s, like, you know, you had Fred Hoiberg and Lauren Meyer, and you had Julius Mikulik and Earl Beacham. Daggum. Loved Beacham. He was such a great three-point shooter for the Cyclones, and they went up to Iowa Central and they played like I remember. I think they play. I don't know if they played Iowa Central, but they thumped them, and that was actually pretty cool. That was really cool. That was like 95 when they came out. Somewhere out there, I still have the shirt. And it has all the autographs. I'd probably say the only one that would maybe cost, like, would maybe Julius Meek leaks at Ridgeview? For realsies? Hold on. Julius Meek leaks at Ridgeview. Why isn't he coaching? Does he coach basketball? I need to look for this. I need to see if this is legit. And sorry for the jiggles. I'm excited now. Faculty. Holy buckets. Seriously? Oh, he's an assistant for the girls. Okay. Here, let me force dark page. Bruh. He's like, I remember him being tall. Is he still tall? Still tall guy, or is that from when I was like a little kid? Bro. Seriously? You figure he'd be a head coach somewhere. So, okay, so apparently he coached the Fort Dodge girls at one time. Okay. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I wonder if the man has a wiki. Oh, dang. Diedrich Willoughby? Man, I remember him. He was good. I wonder if I can look up. I guess I couldn't. Huh. Huh. That's crazy. Hold on a second. He's the only person. That's crazy. He does not have a wiki page. But Hurl Beachum has one. That guy, Hurl Beachum, played until 2009? I wonder where that guy is now. He was pretty cool. He was one of my favorite players. But Laura Meyer was actually from Emmitsburg. That's crazy. Small world. Oh, he was born in Emmitsburg, but he went to Ruthven Ayrshire. Ayrshire. Ayrshire? Ayrshire. I don't know. I'll have to see when I see how you pronounce it when you get there. Huh. So he's in Ruthven now. I'm surprised that guy don't coach basketball. Yeah, I'm surprised he don't play basketball. That's crazy. Man, my mind's blown. Julius Mikalik is an assistant at Ridgeview. Dadgum, man. That's crazy. That is crazy. Julius Mikalik. That guy was so nice. He was a class act. I actually remember being like a little kid, and I stopped him during the middle of the basketball game. My mom's like, go like pull on his jersey and get him to take a picture with you. And I was like, this is like 8-year-old me coming up. And I was like, can I get a picture? Like, and he turns around, takes the picture with me. I think I still have it somewhere. I don't know. Mom might have it somewhere. Mom keeps a lot of weird stuff. But that might be somewhere. Okay, so if I ever go to Ridgeview and go catch like the Ridgeview girls with Julius Mikalik, I might have to have that picture handy and be like, hey man, do you remember this kid? The kid that pulled on your jersey wanted a picture? That's pretty cool. That's small world. That's small world shit right. That's small world shit right there. Yeah, that's small world shit. Dang. You know, hey, I talked about having a short stream, and look at this. We're almost like at 2 hours. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. Ain't that crazy? Time flies. Time flies when you're having fun. Time flies when people start saying, hey, play Fortnite. And I ended up interacting with the chat. And never once did I ask for a donation. Hey man, can you give me a dono? I need bills to pay. My policy is this. If you want to give me a donation, that's fantastic. And I'd probably give you like a massive shout out and be like, my work here for the night is done. It's great. I won't turn it down. But seriously, don't feel obligated to donate to me. Don't feel obligated. Never feel obligated. We're all friends here. Hey man, I'm really broke. I need you to pay my bills. Can you give me some donations? I really need to get $100, man. I really need to get $100 in donos so I can pay the rent this month. It's okay. Like, wow. Whew. I think I'm spent. Do I have anything else left to talk about? I don't know. But I will say that there's some exciting stuff coming up in 2022. Some very exciting guys. Guys, it's been 20 minutes and no one has tipped me. Well, what do you want me to do? Just do an Irish jig for a tip? No, like I said, don't feel obligated. I have a thing called a paycheck. But some exciting stuff coming up in 2022. I'm very excited for next year. Very excited for next year. I can't believe that we're already halfway through. We're already halfway through. We're on the final stretch of 2021, everyone. I'm hoping that, you know, I'm hoping that 2022 will be a fantastic year, not only for me, but for a lot of people. I'm excited for next year. I'm excited to see where the path goes. Oh, one more thing I can bring up. Got an email from Iowa Newspaper Association earlier today, because they do their usual little award shtick that they do every February, and I think I got put on for like 4 awards. Best special section, best series. Second straight year I got best series, and second straight year I got best photographer. Ain't too bad, not too bad. And then another one is best breaking news. Who would have thought I'd be a breaking news guy? I would break news. Crazy. I mean, this year has just been absolutely just madness when it comes to the breaking news stuff. I thought last year was crazy. I remember, like, I would sit around and I'd wait for the governor to pop on, and if she announced something, man, my happy self was on the computer whipping up all the changes that happened, all the proclamations, all the restrictions, all the getting rid of restrictions. Like, I thought 2020 was crazy, but holy moly, it went to a different level in 2021. It went to a different level. Whew. But yeah, but you know what? Here's what I think of, like, getting awards and all that stuff. That's great. That's fine. Um, it's great and all, but really, it's just a pat on your back and just to tell you, hey, nice job, man. You know, what really matters to me is the impact you have on your community. And that's no joke. Like, if you're being a force for good, that warrants things in of itself. I really, I see I see, like, I come in and I look at, like, I am more proud of the posters, the football posters that I've done alongside my marketing people and my graphic designer. I'm more proud of those than I am of the plaques, of the plaques and the certificates. And I'll own it. If people want to say, like, well, you shouldn't say that, well, but that's how I feel. Like, I get more satisfaction getting done with a project like a football poster, along with game day graphics and all of the and like the poster signings, than I do for the plaques, than I do for the awards. I get more satisfaction. I mean, like, does that feel weird? Should I be like, oh man, like, I've won awards, that's awesome, but I don't know. I mean, I think, you know, I'm more accomplished with the posters that I have underneath the plaques at the office. Like, you know, those are things like I would be like, dude, if there is something I want to put on the wall and frame it, the football posters are it. The football poster projects that I thought, hey, these would be really cool. Wouldn't this be a neat idea? And to see it become like a little bit of a tradition, and or even expanded to, say, the football banners, the game day graphics, the banners, the poster. I feel a lot more accomplished, a lot like a proud daddy, so to speak, versus any awards that I get. And maybe I have a completely backwards mindset on that. But, you know, and I know I always have a kind of a thing where, you know, the great acknowledge the great, but I do think the people that make a difference in their community, um, you know, while also still kind of abiding by some of the rules, and actually kind of have an idea of what they're doing, um, you know, that's something to hang the hat on. I mean, yeah, you could do a ton of things to win over your community. You could do, like, you know, you could do banners of everything and not charge a single cent, and you know, and do fancy graphics for everything. But I think when you do, you know, some special projects, but you also you actually, you know, you actually put boots on the ground. You call people. You work your circuits. You you know, you're visible at things. Um, you know, that at least gets some kudos out of me, or at least some credit. So I mean, I usually tell people when it comes to things is to never be discouraged. You know, Rome wasn't built in a day. Don't be discouraged. Um, I mean, I still believe in that. You know, I don't think people should ever, uh, you know, should look at others and be like, man, you know, I wish I could have awards, or I wish I could have the accolades. And sometimes it comes with time, and maybe, and sometimes it could be, uh, you know, it could be a process. It could happen overnight. But as long as you're learning and you're getting better, um, you know, every single day, and you're also kind of, you know, you're putting your boots on the ground, and you're busting your butt, and you're trying to help turn a corner. Um, that gets respect from me. I mean, anybody who's anybody could get awards, really. But I don't know. I think it's kind of it's like a collective pat on the back. But what matters is getting the respect of people that you see every day. You know, and you don't do that by being petty, or by trying to win people over with cheap, with gimmicks, with gimmicks and cheap pops. You know, and those that know what I mean on that. It's more than gimmicks or cheap pops. You know, like for some people, you got to have, you know, you got to have steak with that sizzle. And some people are sizzle but no steak. But the people I respect a lot, you know, they may not have a lot of sizzle, but they have a lot of steak. So, yeah, I mean, my advice is to never be discouraged, and you know, things don't happen overnight. They take time. They take work. You know, like this YouTube channel, for instance. Like this YouTube channel, like I don't think there is no way in hell I'm gonna be an overnight sensation. I'm not pretty. Excuse me. I'm not pretty. I don't have the prettiest setup in the world, but it works and I like it. Um, and I don't have like the high budget, cool YouTube video stuff. Like, it's just me sitting down for like 2 hours and just reading the chat, the very, you know, the mostly Craig dominated chat, and talking and just sitting down and just chilling and just talking about my day a little bit or talking about the week. I get enjoyment out of that. I get enjoyment out of, like, you know, of playing Fortnite a little bit, or you know, streaming Valheim, maybe just maybe, or Halo Infinite. I loved playing Halo Infinite. The big team battles, I love them, absolutely love them. And speaking of, hey, you know, I'm kind of thinking, you know, this will make Craig really happy. I could bring back Friday Night Madness for Friday. You know, turn on the stream and you see me kind of work the magic with photos. That'd be really fun. We could do another Friday Night Madness, and then I love to do a Christmas Eve stream. You know, sit here, chill a little bit, maybe play a little Halo Infinite, maybe some Fortnite. You know, getting that just getting that rhythm, and just having a nice, enjoyable stream. You know, just enjoying the holiday, and you know, staying up a little late. Hey, along the way, we could keep track of Santa Claus through NORAD. You know, NORAD does the whole, hey, here's where Santa's at. We could do that, you know, for all the kids out there, you know. But yeah, I can't believe that next week it's gonna be Christmas time. Like, it's gonna be holiday season. I think bowl season starts. Doesn't it start Saturday? Bowl season? Then you get like basically what, three weekends of college, like almost 3 weeks of college football bowl games. I love bowl season. That's my favorite part of the holiday season. I may say, you know, early in the stream I said, like, you know, I played, I love Halloween, but man, I love college football bowl season. Love bowl season. I love it. That might be my favorite season, is college bowl game season. But very cool. Hey, I think I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. I promised a short stream. I guess that wasn't the case, but I enjoyed every moment of it. You know, I can't thank y'all enough. Even the bots that come in, they're just like, oi, hey, hey, hey. You I must be doing something right if I'm attracting some bots. uh, but it was good stuff. I mean, um, I know, and I brought this up before, is that uh, one of my goals this year was to really work on the YouTube channel, and I feel like I've done it. I feel like the work has been accomplished. This is something I've been wanting to do for like the last year and a half, and it's a grind, and do I feel like, uh, you know, do I feel like it's going to be, something I could do for a long time to come? Yes, absolutely. I think as technology marches on, live streaming is going to be the thing. You're already seeing it. But cool deal. Hey, I think I'm gonna call it a night. Like I said, I appreciate all y'all coming in, coming in and give me a little love. But to all my Liger Legionnaires out there, all my Liger Legionnaires, don't do anything I wouldn't do, and absolutely positively don't do anything I would do. I wish you nothing but just nothing but the greatest. Y'all deserve it. So until next time, take it easy. Don't work too hard. Enjoy life. And let's visit again soon.